The world watched in horror. On April 16, 2017, Easter Sunday, a man was brutally murdered. His name was Robert Godwin Sr. The killer, Steve Stevens, did the unthinkable. He broadcast the murder live on Facebook. The video spread like wildfire. Millions were exposed to the graphic content. It was a chilling reminder of the dark side of the digital age. This wasn't just another crime, it was a public execution. A horrifying spectacle shared with the world. The Facebook Live murder sent shockwaves through society. It forced us to confront uncomfortable truths. The lines between the virtual and real world were blurring. Violence could now be streamed directly to our screens. The murder sparked outrage and fear. People grappled with the implications of this crime. How could this happen? What was Facebook's responsibility? The questions were endless, the answers were complex. This tragedy became a turning point. It exposed the need for greater control over online content. It ignited a debate about the role of technology in society. The Facebook Live murder was a tragedy on multiple levels. It was a stark reminder that the digital world could have deadly consequences. An innocent man named Robert Godwin Sr. It was a scene straight out of a nightmare. Robert Godwin Sr., a 74-year-old retiree, was walking home from Easter dinner. He was unsuspecting, unaware of the danger lurking nearby. Suddenly Steve Stevens pulled up alongside him in his car. He brandished a gun and confronted Godwin. Stevens forced the elderly man to utter a woman's name, believed to be Joy Lane. Then without warning, Stevens fired a single fatal shot. Godwin collapsed to the ground. Stevens, with chilling indifference, recorded the entire incident on his phone. He then uploaded the gruesome video to Facebook Live. The footage was horrifying. It showed the cold-blooded murder in graphic detail. The video remained online for over 2 hours. During that time, it was viewed thousands of times. The public was horrified. The ease with which Stevens shared his crime was deeply unsettling. It was a new level of depravity. The murder sent shockwaves across the nation. Law enforcement launched a massive manhunt for Steve Stevens. The FBI, U.S. Marshals, and local police departments joined forces. They were determined to bring him to justice. A $50,000 reward was offered for information leading to Stevens' capture. The public was urged to be vigilant and report any sightings. The search for Stevens dominated news headlines. His face was plastered across television screens and social media. The nation held its breath. For 2 long days, Stevens remained at large. The manhunt stretched across state lines, but his time on the run was running out. His every move was being tracked. The world was watching, waiting to see how they would respond. Section 6. The aftermath, policy changes, and the quest for prevention. In the wake of the tragedy, Facebook faced a reckoning. The company pledged to take action. They vowed to improve their content moderation policies. They acknowledged the need for greater responsibility. Facebook announced a series of changes. They invested heavily in artificial intelligence. Their goal was to develop algorithms capable of detecting and removing violent content in real time. They also hired thousands of human moderators. These moderators would work around the clock to review flagged content. Facebook also launched a crisis response system. This feature would provide users with resources and support during emergencies. It was a step in the right direction, but many argued it was too little, too late. Section 7. The unseen scars, psychological impact of online violence. The Facebook Live murder left an indelible mark on society. It exposed the dark underbelly of the digital age. The video of Robert Godwin Sr.'s murder traumatized viewers. Many were exposed to the graphic content without warning. The images were haunting, difficult to erase from their minds. The incident highlighted the psychological toll of online violence. Experts warned of the dangers of secondary trauma. People who viewed the video experienced a range of emotions. Anxiety, fear, and helplessness were common reactions. Some reported having difficulty sleeping or concentrating. The tragedy served as a wake-up call. It forced us to confront the potential consequences of unfettered access to information. It raised questions about our own desensitization to violence in the digital age. Section 8, Remembering Robert Godwin Sr., A Life Cut Short. Lost in the national conversation about social media and violence was Robert Godwin Sr., a beloved father, grandfather, and friend. He was a man of faith, a pillar of his community. His life was cut tragically short on that Easter Sunday. Godwin was known for his kind heart and infectious laugh. He enjoyed spending time with his family and friends. He was an avid fisherman and took pride in teaching his grandchildren the art of the sport. He was a man of simple pleasures. His murder was a senseless act of violence. It robbed the world of a kind soul. His family and friends were left to grapple with the unimaginable grief of his loss. Section 9, The Digital Age Reckoning, A Legacy of Loss and Lessons Learned. The Facebook Live murder was a watershed moment in the digital age. It exposed the dark side of social media and the need for greater accountability. It forced us to confront uncomfortable truths about our relationship with technology. The tragedy sparked a global conversation about online safety, content moderation, and the role of tech companies in society. It led to calls for stricter regulations and increased government oversight. It raised fundamental questions about freedom of speech in the digital age. The Facebook Live murder was a tragedy on multiple levels. It was a stark reminder that the virtual and real worlds are inextricably intertwined. It underscored the need for greater vigilance, empathy, and responsibility in our online interactions. The lessons learned from this tragedy continue to shape our digital landscape.